What's going on, guys? Mason here at Lasco Ford. I'm with the 2021 Ford F250 Lariat. This is not only a Lariat, as true with most of our vehicles, this is an SCA Performance Black Widow package. This is the Armed Forces edition. There's a lot of cool stuff that we're going to get into on this truck. Let's go ahead and start at the front like we usually do. Ford does a great job of just the sheer size of their trucks. I mean, I'm not a small dude by any means. And this thing is just absolutely monstrous. When it's coming down the road, not only does the 6-inch lift that SCA provides for you add to the look, but just in general, Ford just does a great job of how large these trucks are, and really just what they're meant to be. It's just a true driving truck. As you can see here, you've got the Super Duty logo stamped right into the hood. It's very subtle and yet super appealing to the eye. Come down here to this extra large Ford logo. I mean, this thing is absolutely huge. Definitely fits the look of the truck. As we come down here, you got your tow hooks. I do want to point out that this truck is not a normal color. This truck actually came from the factory as rapid red, and SCA put this special edition Armed Forces paint on this truck. We're going to get into it. I'm going to show you guys exactly how good of quality this actually is, but that'll come later once we get to the side of the truck. As we're coming along here, you've got these just absolutely large, huge, bright headlights here with your fog lights right underneath. You got your lower air dam there with this nice hard plastic cover right on the bumper. This is all metal bumper here, all super durable. You know, Ford wants you to use their trucks for what they're intended for. As we come over here to the side, we've got these pocket fender flares. These things, once again, are large to match the truck. You've got real hardware here that's actually real metal. It's not, you know, fake plastic. This is all nice, good quality stuff. As we come down here, we've got Black Widow Edition 20-inch wheels with 37-inch mud terrain tires on here. As we're coming up right above, you can see this large 6-inch lift. This is an SCA branded lift that SCA has put on this truck. So basically how this works is you would order this truck, it would get built at Ford, and then it would get sent to SCA, and we would work with SCA to do all the packages and everything that you want in your truck. This is an awesome deal that we got going on with SCA. As I come over here, like I said before, this is a Lariat truck, so this does have a lot of extra options straight from Ford. You've got the blacked out 250 logo, and then SCA does a nice job. They put actually a LED lighting here in the side. Let's see if I can get those to light up real quick and see if we can get them on camera. Just to light up the F250 a little bit. Nice little night package there. As we come up here to the side, you've got the LED turn signals, and I want to point out they did paint up here on the top of the mirror just to add a little bit of color to this mirror here. First logo, we got the Black Widow logo here on the side door. Color match door handles. This is huge. You know, SCA did a great job of not having too much black on the side, but just enough that it, you know, really ties into the whole truck, really builds to the look of the truck, which is awesome. I'm gonna open this up just so you guys can see real quick. Like I said before, this truck is rapid red, and SCA painted it. They did such a nice job. If there was red on this truck, you would see it. There would be no hiding it. They did a phenomenal job painting the door jambs, painting everything in there. We'll get into the interior. They got pieces of the interior painted, but this thing is done to the nines. This is not a wrap. This is a paint job, and this is a very expensive paint job, and you're getting quality with what you get. While we have that door open, I want to point out these Amp Research automatic steps here. These come out, they fold up and come out. Super great just because this truck is so large with the 6-inch lift. Super functional. As you close the door, they're just going to go ahead and fold right back up, and it's like they're not even there. You got these are metal. It's a nice little protective, so when you got rocks and stuff flying up, it does protect the underside of your vehicle. As we're coming to the back here, we've got the pocket style fender flares here, and then you've got your nice beefy leaf springs with your SCA shocks and your 6-inch lift here in the back. Just truly a great look on this truck. Ford does a great job on it, and SCA just really takes it over the top. This is a one-of-a-kind vehicle. You're not going to see many of these on the road at all. Like I said before, this is the Armed Forces Edition. So you have this logoing here with the reverse flag. You've got the flag over on the other side. Just great little aesthetic pieces. This is the Lariat, so you got blind spot radar here in the side of the mirror. You got your dual tips there. This is a 6.7 liter Power Stroke. Just a great package here. As we're coming to the back, you've got your beautiful spray-in bed liner. I also want to point out Look down here, there's no red here. I mean, they took this whole truck and took it apart and did it to the nines. You actually have a fifth wheel package that was part of this when this truck was built. You've got your fifth wheel package there in the back, and then you have your trailer plug here and here for your fifth wheel. This also has LED lighting in the back, plus the rear sliding glass. We've got the optional step here and a handle that comes out there. Just, you know, all great features on this truck. This truck is available at the moment. This truck has not sold yet. Feel free to call me about it. You know, this is something that this video, I don't have enough time to tell you everything that's in this truck. This truck is absolutely beautiful. Just all the little things. We've got the large hitch with the insert here. Another cool little factor here, you've got the amp research step, help you get into the back of this big truck. Makes it super easy. You've got one step here, you got another step here. You know, super easy getting in and out of the truck. As we're coming through, I just want to point out, you've got the opposite side here for the military package logo in there. Now that we've gone through the outside of the truck, let's head on in to the inside. What's going on, guys? I'm going to get into the interior of this 21 F250 Super Duty SCA Black Widow package. Before I do that, one thing I did want to point out, SCA is actually making a donation. So when you purchase this vehicle, SCA will make a donation in the Wish for Our Heroes Foundation in your name when you purchase this vehicle. That's a cool little thing they're doing because this is the Armed Forces edition. I wanted to point that out, and then I also wanted to point out that I forgot to talk about earlier. This has a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty on it. So that warranties all of the parts that are on this truck as you buy it new for 3 years, 36,000 miles. I think that's a huge thing to point out. A lot of these lifted trucks, you don't get that on some of the aftermarket stuff. So, you know, this is a warranted truck the way it sits, which is just an awesome feature. Before we get all the way in here, I wanted to point out just this nice door panel that Ford has done, and then SCA actually painted the handle there to color match the outside. There's a lot of little things like that in this truck that SCA has brought in on this truck. And as you can see it here by the air vent there, you've got painted plastic there. I did want to point out on this nice leather seat, you have the Black Widow stitched into the headrest. This is nice quality stitching. This isn't like a stick-on sort of thing. This is actually stitched into the headrest. That's really cool. As we come in, you can see this is all painted color matched to the outside of the vehicle, which is huge. I mean, for looks of this truck, and not only is so appealing on the outside, but they also did a lot of functions on the inside, which is really cool. As we're coming out through here, I wanted to point out this nice wood grain here. I also wanted to point out, you open this up, you've got your phone charging there, you've got your USB-C and your regular USB. You've got plenty of storage right here for anything you can need, your wallet, things like that. If your phone's charged, you throw your phone in there. Cup holder with LED rings in there, that's nice to point out. You've got, oh, and then look at that, I didn't even know about that. That slides over and you've got Ford cup holders. That's a nice little feature there that I did not know about. Integrated trailer brake here, 2 high, 4 low. Nice touchscreen radio. You've got your, you just got tons of functions on this. I did want to point out, and I want people to know that SCA actually reprograms these speedometers, so your speedometer is actually correct with the larger size tires and things like that. They do a reprogramming in this package, so that way your speedometer is actually accurate and it doesn't change, so you don't have to worry about getting pulled over, things like that. They also do custom Black Widow gauges that I want to point out. Just a nice little, you know, it's very tasteful. It's not done too much. It's not, you know, loud in your face. It's very tasteful gauges. They really make to the package of this truck. This is the Lariat, like I said before. You've got this crew cab, huge back seat. I also want to point out that you have this nice, huge sunroof here. I have this open. It's a beautiful day here in Michigan, but this goes all the way back. It lets in a lot of natural light, which I think it's huge to get natural light in your days, and this just absolutely makes it feel a little bit less like a monstrous truck and a little bit more luxurious. As we come up here, you have all your aux switches for different hookups you can do for light bars and winches and things like that. You can power all your switches there. You've got your rear slider switch here, all your switches for your panoramic moonroof there. Once again, this truck is just absolutely amazing. I've driven this truck. It drives beautiful down the road. You almost forget while you're driving it that it's as big as it is and it's as large as it is until you pull up next to another car and you're looking down on literally anybody that you drive past. Now that we're done with the interior, let's go ahead and get under the hood of this thing real quick so I can show you a couple things under there. All right, guys, we're gonna get under the hood of this thing. We're gonna talk about some power numbers. Before we do that, one thing that I did want to point out, you have the SCA performance banner right up top, adds to the look of this truck as it's coming at you. As you can see, you've got the clear roof markers up there, and then just behind that, you can see the wind air dam for the panoramic moonroof, keep air out. That's actually a super handy thing to have. If you have never tried it, if you put your hand down and push that down manually, your ears will start to pop because the wind noise is so loud. So that's a cool little feature up there. As we get under the hood of this thing, this is just an absolutely massive truck, so it's going to be a little bit hard to see up in there. This is the 6.7 liter power stroke, 6.7 liter Power Stroke. This has 475 horsepower and over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. This thing is literally made to pull a house. I mean, this thing will pull anything and everything you want. This lift that you have on here, it doesn't affect it. This truck is made to work. It's got the fifth wheel attachment in the back. You've got all of your stuff. You know, it's a lot of engine packed into a nice tight body here. But as you can see, this truck all around is just massive. And I'm luckily tall enough that I can reach up and shut it, no problem. If you're a little bit shorter, you got these nice tow hooks here that you'd be able to stand up on if you needed to. But with that being said, that's pretty much the wrap up here on this 21 Ford Super Duty F250 Lariat SCA Performance Package, Black Widow Armed Forces Edition. I know that's a mouthful, but I mean, this truck, like I said, it's hard to go through everything that's actually on this truck. As you can see, this is beautiful. It's got great looks to it. It's got great function. You don't lose anything by having this package, and this truck is all around. For a truck guy, this is the truck to buy. You're not going to see many of these at all. Get a hold of me here at Lasco Ford. You know, call in, ask for Mason, subscribe to the page, like the page, and you know, we're going to give you all the content we can, but this truck specifically has not been bought yet, and it's available for whoever wants it. Thanks for watching.